coast of Normandy. Our job is to secure it and the area around it so that our RAF radio technician, Sergeant Cox here, can dismantle it and bring key components back home for analysis. 100 pairs of eyes turned on Cox, who forced a wan grin. Now, we need not trouble ourselves with the technicalities. Our role is to deal with the enemy. But let me assure you that success will save thousands of Allied lives. Also, may I remind you, this is the first operation ever assigned to our battalion, and therefore a great honour and responsibility. Theo glanced at the men around him, listening to their leader in rapt silence. Almost all were Scotsmen, many still wearing their Highland insignia in defiance of regulation, bobble hats, Glengarry caps, tam-o'-shanters, some displaying the coloured hackles of their regiment. He saw Black Watch, Seaforths, Camerons, Argylls, Gordons, and was reminded of an insane attack against tanks in France, 4 boys charging down a lane to their deaths, and an entire division desperately fighting for its life. At home in Scotland, these men would squabble like feral cats, but in battle he'd seen them die gladly for one another. It's what made them so special. "We go in by RAF and we come out by Royal Navy," Frost was saying. "We operate in 4 groups, exactly as trained, and deploy according to known enemy disposition." He stepped off the chair to pull a sheet from a blackboard, revealing a chalk-drawn map. "This is our target, the radar unit, close to the cliff edge here. It's manned by Luftwaffe technicians who may be armed. Lieutenant Vernon's team, which includes Sergeant Cox and our German speaker Trickey, will take it. Oh, and there's a 300-foot drop over the edge, so watch your step. A quarter-mile north is the radar receiving building and guardhouse, which is where the main enemy concentration is expected, so Lieutenant Timothy and his group will deploy there to stop anyone approaching. Leading south from the radar unit is our exit route, which is a steep footpath down to the beach area. Intelligence suggests this is guarded by a 2nd enemy detachment located in this blockhouse down on the shore, with more enemy garrisoned in the village of Bruneval, just inland from the blockhouse. So Captain Ross and Lieutenant Charteris will bring their teams there and secure the beach for the Navy landing craft to pick us up. Meanwhile, my team will oversee operations, help with the radar unit, and mop up as required. The DZ is a quarter-mile inland from the radar station, here, behind these trees. After the drop, we all assemble there, then take up our positions as stealthily as possible. The signal to commence attack will be 4 blasts on my whistle. We must be off the beach by 0300 hours latest. Our drop time is midnight, so we emplane at 2100. Frost concluded with a goodwill message from their divisional commander, General Browning. Then everyone was told to disperse to their groups for more detailed instructions. Theo waited with Cox until they were summoned forward. "All set, Sergeant?" Frost asked Cox.
"Yes, sir, I think so."
"Trolley ready, toolkit packed?"
"Yes, sir, checked everything myself."
"Good man." Frost glanced at Cox's uniform. A lone patch of blue amid a sea of khaki. "I'm sorry we couldn't fix you up as a temporary para, Cox. I tried, you know, but it's RAF regulations, apparently."
"It's all right, sir. I don't mind."
Frost dismissed him and then turned to Theo. "Will he be all right, Tricky? It looks like a rabbit caught in headlights."
"It's just nerves, sir. I think he'll be fine."
"He'd better. Everything depends on him."
"It's the jump. That and the responsibility. He'll be better once he lands and starts work."
"Let's hope so. Now, listen, stick to him like glue. Your interpreting services will be needed at the radar unit, sorting out the Jerry technicians and so on. Ideally, we'd like to nab a couple if possible, but I can't emphasize enough the importance of speed, for we must get off that cliff before they call up reinforcements. Boffin types like Cox get bogged down at the slightest thing, so just make sure he gets the guts out of the blasted apparatus quickly, then get it and him down to the beach. You got that?"
"Yes, sir."
"Good." Frost passed a hand over his face. His eyes were bloodshot, his face fatigued. He looked weary and old beyond his 29 years. 5 consecutive days and nights this ordeal had been going on, and many weeks of training before that. To cap